White House press pool cutting off more than 440 reporters' credentials.
Okay. Which one?
So I'll go through it. I posted the site for you.
Gotcha. All right. So you are doing the whataboutism one on. Biden also changed White House press pool, cutting more than 400. Did you read it?
I did.
You read that already?
No, I've cited it before. I have this in a list of.
What year was it?
This was a 2020, I believe it was a 2025 article citing previous years. I think it was 2023 it happened.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Credentialed White House press members dropped from 1417 to 700 to 975. These are individuals. These are not entities.
Right. So individuals that he didn't like that reported on what he was doing.
Are you sure? Did you read who the individuals were?
I did read. Correct.
Gotcha. Let me read it to you. Many of the journalists' passes expired who hadn't accessed the White House in the previous 3 months. So it's people who weren't going. I'll give you an example. What was the old lady who was always there? I can't remember. Helen, whatever her name was. If she got ill or somebody stopped going, this happens with a lot of things except gym membership. They'll keep charging your account till you're dead. If you don't use a thing, they got rid of it. It literally says in the article that they claim that it was a journalist whose pass expired and hadn't accessed the White House in the previous 3 months.
White House Correspondents Agency, what Eugene Daniels said, the White House did not receive any notice of their decision. So they did this.
I can't respond to you if you start speaking while I'm speaking.
Because they're cherry picking what you put.
Well, I'm reading your thing. I'm gaslighting by reading your thing. That's
commentary. Your comment at the end of it. Go ahead.
I did not comment. I said claiming that they had an experience. Oh, I made a joke about gyms charging us. Because I saw a charge on my thing this morning in the gym I hadn't been doing in years. That's why. That's gaslighting by bringing up gyms.
That's not
All right, cool. At the time, you just said it was gaslighting. At the time we initiated, this is a quote. At the time we initiated this process in early May, 40% of hard pass holders had not accessed the White House complex in the prior 90 days. The White House said in 2023 statement, we think this demonstrates we've led a thoughtful and thorough process that preserves robust media access to campus for everyone who needs it, whether that be a hard pass or a day pass. This is the end quote. That was the agreement. Levin announced January the Trump White House would work to restore the press. Passes of 440 journalists whose passes were wrongly revoked by the previous administration. On Tuesday, Levin said the White House decision aimed to give power back to the people in an attempt to assure that all journalists, outlets, and voices. In response, WCHA President Eugene Daniels said the WHCA did not receive any notice in advance of the White House decision and said the move tears the independence of a free press in the United States. Okay, so what was wrong with the revocation of these passes?
So even the White House Correspondents Association believes that it was done to, as an attack on free press, just like
Who?
Huh.
You mean Eugene Daniels?
Yeah, doesn't he represent the White House Correspondents Association? At that time?
Not anymore.
At that time? Which is his quote that's cited in there? At the time that this happened, he gave a statement. You just read it. You just read it, bro.
No, which one?
He's talking about what Biden did in terms of stripping those 440 people's credentials, and he's calling it the White House's decision tears at the independence of a free press in the United States.
Okay, so he wasn't president at the time, so I don't know which one. I'm sorry?
I don't know. You're hearing background noise.
He wasn't president at the time, so that's why I don't know which thing he's talking about. So he wasn't. You only get it for a year. So he wasn't the president in 23. That's why I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know why they would go to that. But if that's what he thinks, and that's what you think, then that's fine. I think the press is horrible. I don't really care. But if this is the whataboutism, and you think that Biden was as bad too, and antagonistic as Trump, that's your opinion.
Never.
But I don't know what Eugene Daniels was talking about, so it's hard for me to tell because he wasn't president at the time, so I have no idea what he's talking about. So let's go to another source. 2023, Biden, White House. So now the Democrats are anti-press. I love this. White House was running press revocations. I don't know why that many people have press passes anyway. That's a different discussion. The White House announced updated standards for yearly renewal of hard passes. Journalists who do not obtain a hard pass can still apply. Come on, King Nav. Journalists who do not obtain hard passes can still apply for a day pass. Politico reported the number of credentialed White House correspondents dropped from 1417 to 975 after the previous passes expired July 31st, with the new number reflecting a mix of renewals and new applications. The White House told Politico that only one reporter had their application for a new hard pass denied. The hundreds who lost their passes this week presumably did not reapply, some due to not meeting the new qualifications. For those losing their hard passes, the White House was said to have granted many of them a grace period until August 10th to keep their current passes and submit their materials to gain new ones. The White House press office announced their updated standards in an email sent to all White House hard pass holders in May with the guidelines for journalists to successfully renew their hard passes. Reporters must show they have, quote, full-time employment with an organization whose principal business is news dissemination, have a physical address in the Washington, D.C. area, shout DMV, and demonstrate they have access to the White House campus at least once during the prior 6 months for work, or have proof of employment within the last 3 months to cover the White House. You have an issue with that? Additionally, hard pass seekers need to show they have, quote, an assignment to cover the White House on a regular basis and have accreditation by a press gallery in either the U.S. Senate, U.S. House of Representatives, or Supreme Court. Lastly, applicants was willing to submit any necessary investigation by the U.S. Secret Service to determine eligibility for access to the White House complex, end quote. What's wrong with that? Okay. Trump got rid of the AP because he didn't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just read the Fox News article, by the way. This is from Fox News. For people think I'm just making stuff up, this is Fox News, August 4th, 2023. I'll put it in the chat. That's what I read from. I don't want to gaslight. We got to stop using the word gaslight wrong. In fact, men shouldn't use the word gaslight generally. It's for the females. But I just read that from the report. Okay. So the Biden White House updated the rules. They wanted people who had regular assignments and who'd been on campus, and if you got your thing suspended, there was a grace period, and you could reapply for the hard passes if you set up those rules, which to me seem reasonable. I don't know if they're not. Someone can tell me if they're not. And to himself, with a hot mic, he called somebody a stupid son of a bitch. That's what Biden did. And for King Nad, that means... Got it.
Never in the history have I heard a president ask a news aide, who are you with? Who you with?
You have it?
Who you with? And then lambast them because of who they're with. Say next question. I'm not speaking to you. You're from a failed organization, or you are fake news, or all of the above. Never.
It's like, what you banging? What you banging? What's your set? What you rap? Kind of thing. Happy Clubhouse anniversary, serious things.
My understanding was Biden never confronted the media. He always hid from the media. He didn't do media stuff. Now we're finding out he's almost as disrespectful as Trump is to the media. Love that. And I'm telling y'all, when Donald Trump is not president, do you all remember during COVID when you went outside? So COVID was like in March, and then people didn't really start going outside. Then all of a sudden in May, you're like, yeah, let me take a walk. And then like maybe that August, you looked around your neighborhood, you went to the park, and it was like so green, wildlife. In my neighborhood, there were voles, hedgehogs, somebody's pet snake got loose, but it was kind of funny. Bears, all kinds of shit you never saw. It was like, what are they doing here? It was like, when somebody has sex on a sitcom in the 90s, and they showed nature and the and they start playing Vivaldi and shit. When Donald Trump is gone, it doesn't matter who the president is. It could be J.D. Vance for that. That's what America's going to be like for like the first year. People who just completely don't like each other for no other reason than we're in a MAGA era will be friends again. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm telling you. There was no reason for the back and forth we just had outside of defending of Donald Trump. With a hot mic comment and people cutting people off who had news passes. It's going to be a whole issue. You did. You were doing whataboutisms.
What did I defend? What did I say? I said several times his language was horrible and is one of the worst ever. Did I not say that?
Right, and then
exactly. So stop saying that I said something which I didn't say.
I didn't say you said anything.
You just said I'm defending Donald Trump. I wasn't defending. You don't insult someone when you're defending them.
Okay. So if someone is a
you're a liar. So you're lying. So dude, don't lie about me. Don't lie about me, dude.
I'm lying? Okay.
Dude, you just said something that I didn't say. You said I'm defending Donald Trump and I didn't defend it. Did I?
Do not.
Did I defend it? Did I defend it? Yes or no?
Can I answer? Oh, what's going on?
And apologize.
I'm not apologizing for shit.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit.
So in my mind, when you do a double standard, or so when you say that like do a whataboutism.
That's not what I did. I was explaining that other presidents did this. You know that. I said other presidents spoke rudely. They spoke very rudely to the press, and they've been shorted. I mean, there's even
very rudely to the press.
There's even an article, you can look it up because I'm moving now. There's an article where T.J. Ducklow, who worked under Joe Biden, resigned because of the way Biden spoke to a female reporter. You can look it up.
Okay,
and you'll say,
all right,
yeah, look it up.
I got it.
And then you apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit.
You're a grown man. Calm down.
T.J. Ducklow.
Stop calling him a piece of shit. Like, let's have a conversation. Did you hear what he said before that? He just
What?
said.
I got called a piece of shit?
Oh. I mean, well,
Wait,
what happened was. Wait,
Twice he called you a
shut up, Divine.
No. That's my bro. He ain't gonna come in here.
Patty here.
Hey. So
Patty, when people push back against Naveen, you defend Naveen as your friend. You said he was richer than all of us. He's now called me a piece of shit twice.
honestly, I ain't
was
paying attention. I was doing something else.
I got you.
I just came in because I heard, I heard the last conversation about looking up somebody. I don't know. I was in the beginning of the conversation, but I gotta do my goddamn PowerPoint. I just came in to be like, y'all chill if y'all fight. I don't know.
So why did TJ Ducklow resign?
Because of the words Biden said to a female reporter.
No, that's not why TJ Ducklow resigned. Let me read it to you. White House press secretary TJ Ducklow resigns over threats against reporter. White House Deputy Press Secretary TJ Ducklow resigned on Saturday after a reporter emerged that he verbally threatened a reporter who was pursuing a story about his romantic relationship with another reporter. Ducklow, who had been serving as a week-long suspension without pay for the incident, posted a statement on Twitter confirming his resignation. Quote, "No words can express my regret, my embarrassment, and my disgust for my behavior. I use language that no woman should ever have to hear from anyone, especially in a situation where she was just trying to do her job. It was language that was abhorrent, disrespectful, unacceptable," he said, end quote. Keep going, quote, "I was devastated to have embarrassed and disappointed my colleagues in the White House, my White House colleagues and President Biden. And after discussion with the White House communications leadership team, I resign my position and will not be returning from administrative leave," end quote. He further said that he is determined to earn back trust of everyone he let down because of his quote, "intolerable actions," end quote. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki also issued a statement accepting Ducklow's resignation. "We accepted the resignation of TJ Ducklow after discussion with him this evening. The conversation occurred with the support of the White House Chief of Staff," Psaki said, quote, "We're committed to striving every day to meet the standards set by the President in treating others with dignity and respect, with civility, and with a value for others through our words and our actions." On and on and on. So I got called a piece of shit. You called me a piece of shit. And you said the reason why TJ Ducklow resigned is because of the way Biden was speaking to and about reporters. TJ Ducklow was the one speaking poorly. He didn't uphold standards of the Biden administration, and he resigned for what he said, not Biden.
Sorry, I was on a call, and Ben, you were right. I was wrong about it. Right. I didn't.
You're in the matrix.
Can you hear me?
Arguing about a newspaper
Is that
article?
better?
That's okay, Patty. It's okay. So I'm a piece of shit, and you were the one that was making up the story about Biden.
No, I didn't make up this was wrong. I was completely wrong about Declan. You're correct.
You just said that. You said I was a piece of shit, according to Biden, multiple times, and you said that Biden did something and TJ Ducklo had to resign.
Correct, and I was wrong on that, and I got wrong on that, and I posted an article where he was rude. My point is that
One second. Are you going to apologize to the room for now the second time bucking off with wrong information, or we just have to keep going?
What was the second time? What was the first time?
What you said about the press passes.
What did I say about the press passes? I said Biden revoked press passes, and the president of the WCHA said that it was on free press.
Again, I don't know. I'm going to go to Eugene Daniels, but he revoked them because they've been dormant.
Okay, so maybe there's more information.
I'm almost done. And if you listen to what I was saying, maybe on the phone again, they gave them a grace period, and only one person reapplied.
So again,
I didn't hear that in the article that you put from Fox News, right?
No, I did. I also read what they're claiming the White House WHCA person said in an attack on free
I
press.
don't know what he was talking about because he wasn't president of the WHCA at the time. That's what
Fox
I'm saying.
News
I
is
don't know what he was
misreporting. Fox News misreporting.
No. I'm not saying. No. I don't know if he's talking about what the Trump administration did because he's on the plantation. He's like a Democratic shill. He's a black guy with nail polish, gay. Like he's very anti-Trump. Oh, and I don't know if he was talking about Biden. I'm going to go and check that. So I'll check that. But on
And if I was wrong, this one was completely wrong, and I apologize to everyone for providing wrong info on Declan. Hold on, just to be clear.
Can the piece of shit finish? Why would somebody resign for what Biden said to it? That even makes sense logically. That's why I knew it was wrong.
So then, three things. First of all, okay, I read something and I quickly looked at it while I was on the go, and so that was incorrect. And I can admit when I make a mistake, and I'll say that was a mistake, and that was wrong to share that information. I did post another article, which and someone saying I cited two articles. Well, actually, I cited the Fox News one, which is accurate and claims to have a quote at the bottom, which even Ban is saying he's not sure where that quote came from.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. So how? So you're saying every article should be searched, whether it's true or not? What the White House? I mean, I don't know if the WHCA president. They quoted the guy. Maybe he said it because of something else. Maybe he said it when it first came out. I don't know. Okay, but I'm just cited that article. So that article is factual. But this guy made a quote, whether he was president at the time when he made a quote or not, I don't know. Maybe they took two articles and put it together. I don't know.
No. You don't understand you don't understand the article that you put. The article that you put was published years after Biden, because Fox News was doing a whataboutism like you guys often do, like you've been doing for the last 25 minutes. I'm saying they used his quote without specificity of what he was referring to. So I don't know if he was referring to the Biden action in 23 because he wasn't the president then, or if he was referring to what the Trump White House did. That's what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is, if Fox News did that, then it would have been deliberately misleading and putting
Yes, the Fox News, they do deliberately misleading things all the time.
But that's what I was just saying, is that I don't know if that was deliberately misleading or not. So I shared what I thought was factual at the time, looking at it, and so to say that I knowingly shared, wrong information is inaccurate. So I shared that, thinking that this guy made that quote.
Though.
Yeah.
What was the point of bringing that up? Because when I read what the Biden administration did, you didn't tell me what was unreasonable about that. Trump got rid of the Associated Press because they didn't like their editorial viewpoint. They didn't like what he said about them.
No, he got rid of them because of
I'm almost done.
To be fair.
I'm almost done. You originally said that the Biden White House got rid of reporters who they didn't like. That's what you originally said. When we read it, we saw that it was people who didn't fit the standards, including not being there for the last 3 months or more.
And
It's completely different.
And you also just said something that was incorrect. Trump got rid of the Associated Press because his view was they weren't recognizing the Gulf of Mexico, which was his, or Gulf of America, which was his.
Right, that's an editorial decision. Oh my God.
No, it's a decision for all their news.
Decision.
Even regular news, not editorials, regular news, they're not citing. They'll say, they say Gulf of Mexico.
No, that's not what editorial means in that context. Editorial doesn't mean like op-ed. That's a technical thing. That's an editorial decision. That is how they run the newspaper, like the editor, not opinion. Oh my God, this is rough.
Well,
But anyway,
back and forth about a newspaper article. I'm confused.
yes. It's like we went back and forth on first class.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool.
But hey, the comment I heard, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, had to do with saying respect him because he's rich. Not that. It had to do with somebody putting something in the chat saying that he's a liar. He doesn't do this, that, and the other. I know him. And I was like, you don't even fucking know him. I actually know him. And that was my argument. I said, he make more money than what you think. She think he's a fucking club. The person that put the comment think he's one of her clubhouse junkies. I thought it was a stupid comment. You don't fucking know him. You don't know what he fucking does. And I thought it was stupid. Stop fucking commenting on people and you don't fucking really know what they do. He said he was a broke Dusty. I don't know why he's lying, but that's between him and God. He can pretend he's a broke Dusty. Be that broke Dusty. But the motherfucker actually has real contracts with the government. He has a family that does contracts with the government.
That doesn't mean he doesn't lie about politics. He just lies.
No, I'm okay with that. I got it. Y'all can have your back and forth. Y'all talking about a fucking article, whether it makes sense or not. And if Nav is wrong, Nav is a man. He can fucking take care of it. But what I was defending yesterday is the fact that someone sat in the chat and kept talking about thinking he's a fake dude and he's not a real person because this contract, they sat here and tried to play like you don't know what the fuck is going on in life. And he works with the government. I just don't like when people sit here in the chat. Y'all can go your back and forth. I don't care. It ain't had nothing to do with him being rich. I just brought that up because he said, I don't make anything. And I was like, and when I say, he make more room than this whole fucking room. Make more money than probably everybody in this room combined. And and for somebody to sit in the chat saying, I know him. You don't know shit.
He makes more money than everybody in the room combined?
No, I'm talking about us on stage combined. I said that yesterday.
He does? How much money does he make?
Ain't none of my business.
Okay, so let me read.
Buddy, what's her bag and
I just say
that's a whole other issue.
Patty, I just want to say one thing. I got heated and banned. I should not have.
Let me read Daniels.
Do y'all back and forth.
But hold on, I just want to.
Daniels. No,
Hold on.
Daniels.
Can I first apologize to you? Then you read it.
You can do it later. You can do it on the. This quote: "This move tears at the independence of a free press in the United States. It suggests the government choose the journalists who cover the president in a free country leads. This was in response to the Trump administration. I found the response. February 25th, 2025. He was not referring to Biden. I knew he wasn't.
So Fox gaslight. So you're right. So I was wrong.
No, they didn't gaslight.
Fox did.
Let me read your.
Fox copied and pasted it.
Let me.
No. Fox posted it in an article about the Biden administration, and they put it at the bottom, which is stupid. They talked about Biden removing the press.
I know, but the article is what the Trump administration did. If you actually read it, let me read it to you. On Tuesday, as we were saying in Baltimore, Levitt said the White House decision aimed to give the power back to the people in an attempt to ensure all journalist outlets and voice deserve a seat in this highly coveted table, end quote. In response, WHC President Eugene Daniels said the WHC did not receive any notice of the White House decision, and then you have the quote. In response, so one paragraph, the next paragraph says in response. That means it's referring to the former paragraph, not Joe Biden.
But if you look at the former paragraph, hold on, the former paragraph was Calvin Levitt trying to act like she was great in response to what Biden did in restoring access to the same people.
Are you doing it on purpose?
No, that's what she wrote. That's what you just read. About
Eugene
restoring
Daniels is responding to Caroline Levitt, not what the Biden people did. That's all that matters.
And what was Carolyn Levitt responding to? What was Carolyn Levitt responding? What was her response?
I don't know. So
It says restoring access, and she's trying to claim that as a plus, saying that I'm restoring access.
You're
So she's
changing the
responding to
argument,
Biden.
Eugene Daniels.
So Daniels is responding to her response to what Biden did.
Again.
So he's
no, he's not. Let me read it to you, because he has a whole response. White House Correspondents Association, February 25th, 2025. WHCA statement on White House announcement on press pool. He's not talking about the Biden moves at all.
I know that in what you're reading, I know that, but not in the Fox News article.
Let me read it. So he has this move tests the independence of a free press in the United States and suggests the government chooses journalists who cover the president. In a free country, leaders must not be able to choose their own press corps. For generations, the working journalists elected to the White House Correspondents Association Board have consistently expanded the WHCA's membership in its pool rotations to facilitate the inclusion of new and emerging outlets. Since its founding in 1914, the WHCA has sought to ensure that the reporters, photographers, producers, and technicians who actually do the work 55 days of the year decide amongst themselves how these rotations are operated, so as to ensure consistent professional standards and fairness and access on behalf of all readers, viewers, and listeners. To be clear, the White House did not give the WHCA board a heads up or have any discussions about today's announcements. Today's announcements.
I understand.
February, I'm almost done. That's February 25th, 2025.
So Fox News put it on
But the White House,
Jesus.
let me finish the statement, sir.
You're talking about something totally different.
The White House, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Fox News article, and they put it right after to mislead people. I'm saying they misled the way they put it in the article, and you're reading something else to justify that Fox News put it correctly. Fox News misled with their quote.
No, they didn't. The quote comes from the thing I'm reading.
I know, but they copied and pasted that piece of it to put in that article to make it look like he was saying something anti-Biden.
No, they didn't, because it comes. Wait a minute. Just read it. It says in response
to Carolyn Levitt's response, which was what? The in response piece you're talking about was in response to the Trump White House's response. Now read the Fox News article. Carolyn Levitt was talking about restoring access based on what Joe Biden's team did, and she's going to restore access. That's how the article is placed. So they mislead and say, oh, well, this was his response. So when you look at it, you go, wow, the WC, now you're much smarter than me, Ben. So you looked at that and said, hey, he wasn't president at the time. I didn't know that. I didn't look it up, but I didn't know that, right? So I was wrong in assuming he was president. So what I'm saying is Fox News misled in that, because the way they sequenced everything in that one article that I shared with you, which was about Biden's team and what they did, is my contention on it. That's all.
So back to the original point. You originally said Eugene Daniels was speaking about what Biden did.
That's what I thought based on that article.
I got it. That's fair. So that's the 0 for 2.
Correct. So I was wrong on that. So I own it.
So why am I a piece of shit?
Yeah, so I was wrong. So I just was trying to apologize to you when you wouldn't
But
let
I'm
me.
trying to understand, how did it get to you calling me a piece of shit? The other day, I haven't said anything to you. You want to talk about the Knicks, chop it up, have a good time. Now I'm a piece of shit.
Then you've said, okay, anyway, I'm not going to go into it's just,
I have not.
let's just be quiet.
One second. I've been banned Meta World Peace. I haven't said anything bad about you.
That's fine. I know. That's fine. But we'll leave it. I apologize for that.
So you about the whataboutism?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm saying to you, I apologize. I just said I apologize to you for saying that.
Were you about to whataboutism me? I just want to know. To be fair.
No, I was just going to say to you that I got heated, and I insulted
something about me talking.
And I insulted. I said to you that in the past you've said things to me. You've never apologized for them, but I'm apologizing to you. Do you want to go through the whole thing, Ben?
Yeah. Give me the one thing I never apologized for. I remember when you acted like a Chinese boy saying paper tiger was racist against Indians. That was hilarious.
And when you called me a stupid Hindu, right?
I never called you.
Yeah. Now we'll go through this shit again. All right, yeah, you did. All right, anyway, I'm not going to go into that again. We went through it already. We hashed out our thing already on it. Okay. The fact is,
Why
I apologize.
I believe I called you a stupid Hindu when they just heard you lie about two things: the Ducklow thing and the Eugene Daniels thing.
Well, I didn't. First of all,
to be honest with you, I know I study like old school stuff. I don't think anybody would use it. I haven't heard the word
let's not go into this again.
Oh, so
Let's
wait
not
a
go
minute.
into
You
this.
think I'm anti-Indian?
Ben, let's not go into this, Ben. Ben, let's not go into this, Ben. We did this last 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we went through this. All right.
Now, hold on 1 second. I gotta do something. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do it on my work computer. Yeah. 1 second. Baruch Natah Adonai. Oh my God, have mercy on my soul, Lord. Okay, so, you think I'm anti-Indian? So
I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word. I just said let's move on from this number. We had this 2 years ago, Ben. We went through it.
Sure.
We moved on from this ban, and I apologize to you
so
for what I
you
said
get to
a few
call
minutes
me
ago.
a stupid piece of shit. So you've just been holding on to that for 3 years.
No, I haven't. I just said to you I got
So why
heated.
did you call me a stupid
And I
piece of
told
shit and
you.
you were wrong? I don't understand. Is it because I'm
Oh,
black?
God,
Are you racist against blacks?
No, not at all, actually.
So then why
And
am I
I never
a stupid
would.
piece of shit? I was correct. So why am I a stupid piece of shit?
Because at the moment I thought I was right.
So then who was a stupid piece of shit in that exchange?
Probably me in that exchange.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? And so, but again, I apologize to you, and I
That's
apologize
incredible,
to
yo. That's incredible. I'm correct. We're having a back and forth. You said you can't actually read the sources, but I want you to think about stupidity. You think that Joe Biden said something about a reporter and somebody had to resign for what he said. That doesn't even make any sense.
I didn't say somebody had to resign. I said I thought the article said, and I read it quickly while I was moving, and I said that beforehand.
So
I
they
said,
have an excuse for being wrong.
I didn't say I have an excuse for being wrong, Ben. You want to
So
keep
why
doing this?
why are you giving us the preamble now?
Because you're making a statement which is incorrect. That I thought that the guy resigned because had to resign because he didn't have to. I thought it said that he felt like resigning based on the comments that were said, which is very different.
I see. So he was outraged.
That's what I thought it said, and I was wrong, and I admitted I was wrong.
So you know Joe Biden and the kind of person he is, especially at that age where he can only stay up for 10 minutes a day without pooping on himself and having ice cream dribbled down. You honestly think, did that make sense to you?
When I read it, I was surprised by it.
What do you mean when you read it, you didn't read it? You just said
I
it didn't exist.
I said I read the highlight, and I thought that's what it said while I was moving. That's what it said 3 times.
White House press aide resigns over threats against reporter. You think Joe Biden threatened a reporter?
I read it quickly, like I said. All right, Ben, you want to keep going
And
on?
then the other thing, and 1 second, I've got 2 minutes left, and I'll be done. So the other thing you said was, stupid piece of shit, I gotta go clean the toilets. And so the other thing you said, and don't have the money you have, and more than all of us combined. So the other thing you said was, you said Biden educated.
I said on this stage,
Sorry, Patty, leave it alone. That's what he does. He gives those subtle shots.
Look, whatever
He gives you
y'all
subtle shots.
listen, y'all arguing about an article.
It's childish.
It wasn't against you.
Childish.
Yeah, but that was some slick shit. I don't do the slick
He
shit.
does that all the time, and then when someone responds,
I get it.
he gets upset.
No, stop, y'all.
So he can call me a stupid piece of shit. You
No,
know,
you
I
can't call you a
apologize.
stupid piece of shit.
And I
Y'all can't
apologize.
call nobody a stupid piece of shit.
I got it, cool.
And I apologize.
So the second thing, I got you,
Twice.
cool. So the second thing you put in the chat was when Biden told Caitlin Collins she should get another job. What was the point of that one?
What I told the other guy about how it's normal for presidents to be rude to reporters, and they've always been rude to reporters. That was the point I was giving. That was what this whole conversation was that you jumped into, where I said other presidents have been very rude to reporters, and he said, well, they should treat with respect. You heard him say that, and I said, that's not true. Not all reporters did that. Donald Trump is the worst ever in our lifetime. I agreed with you on, and so I put that article to show that other reporters have been horrible to reporters, not as bad as Donald Trump, which is what my
So you should get another job as being horrible. To you, that counts as being horrible.
I mean, if you look at the respect for which Obama and Bush, talked to reporters, yes.
I'm just asking. So that means you should get another job if they say that. That's.
It's the manner and tone in which he said it, but all right. He had to call and apologize to Caitlin Collins. That's why he felt it was bad.
Do you know why he said that?
Because he didn't like her reporting what she was asking the question on.
Huh? Do you know why he said it?
He didn't like the question she was asking.
Nope. Wrong. Because she asked about whether or not Vladimir Putin would change his behavior. Anybody who knows anything about Russia, especially.
So it was because of a question. You just said wrong.
About what was informed.
But you can admit that you were wrong just now. You said it was not.
Let me read
so
it.
he asked a question.
Let me
hold on.
read it.
So she asked a question. He didn't like it. So then he responded to it. That's exactly what I said, and you said wrong.
No.
So exactly. There you go. So that's what you do. That's what you say. Now you should admit that you were wrong. I just said it was based on a question. You said no, it wasn't based on a question, but it was. He asked a question that he felt was stupid, and you also felt was stupid. So he responded to that. So he did respond to a question.
And what I'm saying is that it was based off of her analysis for the question.
Did he say that? Based on your analysis for this question? No, he responded to her question.
Do you know what the question was?
You just said it. It was about Putin.
Right. And so she said it was following a summit why he was confident that would change the
Is why a question mark?
I'm confident.
Is why a question mark? Oh,
No,
so she asked
please
a
just
question
let
and he
him
responded.
finish reading what we're listening to. What is he reading? Let
He's
him
gonna cuss
finish.
me out soon again. He's gonna maybe call me a nigger next time.
No, I'm not. I don't insult people's race or religion like you do. All right?
Right. What race did I insult of yours?
You insulted religion.
What religion of yours did I insult?
There you go. We just went through it earlier.
Right. I mean, you've been lying the whole time. Why would anybody believe you?
All right, shut up, man. All right, this is ridiculous. All right, I mean, we went through this in Clubhouse, and you were forced to admit that you said it.
No,
Years
I
back.
wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
I've never used the phrase stupid Hindu.
Yeah, you have.
I don't find Hindus to be stupid.
Yeah,
so why would
well,
I use the
you
phrase?
said it at that time. We had a whole big room on it. In the end,
We
you
had
had to
a big
admit that you
room
were.
on it?
Yeah, we did.
Was it
you
recorded?
I don't know if it was recorded. It's been a long time.
I mean, one of my favorite things about the app is what I love, especially about King Nav, is this guy was the guy that was famous for moderating people and then quickly closing the room so the person who he moderated would get closed. He did that for a good 6 months. It was a good troll, like he's doing now. No one had a big room.
That's- yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's
you
not true.
do that?
That's not true, man.
Oh, come on. That was fun.
Prove it.
You should
Prove
admit
it,
you
man.
did that.
Prove it.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't, but I remember you did.
Exactly. So you're making up shit. Just like you said that Joe Biden's response was not about a question.
Can I get him for a second?
It's not about
No, Hurricane, you're not even involved.
You said it was not about a question when it was a question.
Oh, what's the breaking news? Hold on, King Nav. What's the breaking news?
I'm teasing. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, do you still want to go to the Knicks game? You invited